missing her already. Next morning after breakfast, Miss Samantha took me to the wardrobe building. Yasmin's clothes took up an entire floor. I was so surprised that I screamed. "She has so many clothes!" Miss Samantha said, "Yasmin wears each outfit only once. It's her mother's wish." "Why?" I asked. "So that her mother can buy her more clothes," she replied. This sounded weird to me, but I didn't say anything. "Will I be meeting Yasmin's mother?" I asked. "Unfortunately, she's traveling for work at the moment. She's only home 3 days a month," she said. When I heard that, I felt sad for Yasmin. Seeing my mom only 3 days a month would never be enough for me. The next evening, Yasmin's dad took me out to dinner. When we walked in the restaurant, I couldn't believe my eyes. We were the only customers there. The entire staff was there just for us. This 5-star restaurant was closed to the public. When I asked why, Mr. McCarthy sighed. "You might think that being rich is amazing, but this life has its challenges. We can't just go out to dinner like normal people. You have to pay to reserve the whole restaurant, so we're the only people here. Firstly, it's for our safety. Wealthy people have a lot of enemies. But also it's because people constantly ask us for money. Charities, NGOs, entrepreneurs, you name it, everyone wants to get money from us. So if there were other people here, we wouldn't be able to have dinner in peace." After that evening, I never saw Yasmin's dad at home again. He had to travel for work all the time as well. When I first met Yasmin, I thought she was a spoiled brat, but when I realized what her life was actually like, I started to feel sorry for her. Money obviously makes life easier, but if you value family life like me, being a billionaire is not something to envy. Days went by very slowly. I missed my mom so much. Finally, the week was up. I was so excited when I woke up. Miss Samantha came in and said, "Yasmin's mother came home last night. She will take you to your mother." Yasmin's mother and I got in the car. She said to me, "Thanks so much for helping us out. Yasmin needed this experience. I'm sure she learned what a gift it is to be wealthy after seeing what it's like to be homeless. I bet she'll start crying the second she sees me and say, 'Mom, get me out of here.'" We got to the park and got out of the car. We started walking. We saw my mom and Yasmin having breakfast on the grass. They were chatting and laughing. When my mom saw me, she got up and embraced me. We hugged for a long time. She smelled awful, but I missed that stink. Yasmin also gave me a hug and said, "The week just flew by. Mimi, you are so lucky. You have an amazing mom." She also stank like a homeless person now. Yasmin's mother told my mom, "Thank you for looking out for my daughter." But she seemed to be disappointed. She had expected Yasmin to be desperate, but in fact, she looked really happy. She said, "Honey, aren't you happy to see me? I missed you so much." When Yasmin didn't respond, she laughed and said, "Well, maybe you haven't missed me, but I'm sure you've missed your old life." Yasmin got upset. "Mom, I don't think you missed me. When was the last time you, Dad, and I had dinner together? I can't even remember. I don't think the 3 of us have sat at the same table in years. I haven't missed my normal life at all. I had the best meals of my life in this park. I hadn't slept this well in a long time. You know what I realized out here? The only thing a person my age needs is parents who are paying attention to them." Now Yasmin's mother was mad. "How can you be so ungrateful? Your father and I give you everything. You got a plane for your birthday. What else can we do for you?" she screamed. Yasmin started crying. "Mom, you're only giving me those gifts out of guilt. I got used to equating your gifts with love. I kept asking for more expensive gifts to be able to convince myself that you loved me, but now I understand what I really need is a mother who is always with me, just like Mimi's mom." Yasmin's mother stopped. She looked at her daughter's face. She knew what she was talking about. She started crying. She embraced Yasmin. "You're right, honey. You're right. I'm such an idiot for not seeing that sooner. Please forgive me," she said. They hugged each other and cried for a while. Mr. McCarthy bought us a house, just like he promised he would. He even gave my mom a job in one of his companies. Our money troubles are over. My mom could finally afford a visit to the ophthalmologist. After 2 surgeries, she regained her eyesight. Now she can see as well as she used to. Yasmin and I became friends. She comes to visit a few times a week. Sometimes her mom comes with her. She took another job at the company. She doesn't travel anymore. She is now able to spend more time with her daughter. Yasmin's dad seems to have understood his mistake as well. Even if he needs to travel for work, he comes home whenever he can, and they have long family dinners together. They invited us to their house for Thanksgiving. They all looked very happy. Yasmin's dad thanked us by saying, "People measure wealth with money, but real wealth is about the things in life that you cannot buy with money. In that way, you were actually very poor. Thanks for helping us figure it out." And this made us very happy.